Why should people trust you with their $1,000+, which is the minimum needed to invest, which you should invest, which I will be investing?
Right on.
Why should we trust you?
I realized that if I'm not telling the story, nobody outside this general vicinity is really knowing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a long time. I've been in real estate since I was 19. I've been executing this thing at a really high level for a really long time. I tell people this all the time. I do two things very well. That's fatherhood and real estate. That's it. That's what I've been doing my adult life. That's it.
The money down and the coke is up. I told my plug I'm this close to bust. He say you smoking dust. When niggas fire, you supposed to clutch. His mouth wide, he got opened up. That shit was gross as fuck. I took a look and seen the flesh in his brain. It's a long cold road that done led to this pain. I done trekked in the snow. I done slept in the rain. Every time I buy a chain, I see glimpses of a slave.
Welcome. We're here back with another episode of Revenue and Relationships. I have my wonderful co-host, Andre Hatchett here.
In the building.
Tell the people how you doing.
Wonderful.
Awesome. And obviously you have me, Annalisa, here.
Woo, woo, woo.
Back to have another conversation. This is the opportunity for us to sit down with entrepreneurs, talk a little bit about business. Sometimes we dabble in relationship conversations, but we have a wonderful guest today. We have Mr. Scottie Smith. How you doing today?
Good. What's going on?
Perfect. And he's telling us everything we need to know in regards to real estate. So let's tap right into it. We know you have a lot of different things going on from a real estate standpoint. You've had conversations with Andre before about real estate. So my first question is the development project that you currently have going on with the tiny cabins. Can you tell people how that came about, what that looks like?
We jumping right in, huh?
We jumping right into it.
No games.
Cool.
This is what we're here for.
I like
R&R, baby.
Yeah, there it is. So, Scottie Smith, everybody. So we have a 20 tiny cabin development happening in the city of Oakwood, Texas, which is about an hour and a half south of Dallas. And pretty much we're doing everything. We're building a 3.5 acre man-made lake. Mm-hmm. It's on a 15 acre plot of land just in the middle of nowhere, really situated in such a way that we can, allow for people to just retreat to a destination that just allows them to just chill, relax, and just be. We all are entrepreneurs in here, and we understand how the hustle and bustle of life goes, right? And so just having a moment to just stop and just think and just have a moment of clarity. So that's where the idea of the retreat came about, and is really a dope concept that we're going to, do on short-term rental. We're going to have 20 of these things. So it's going to be some revenue there.
Okay.
We love to see it.
Shout out to the revenue.
But the cool thing about this project is, out of all of the years that I've been in real estate, this is really the first time that I've opened up any of my projects up to the public. And so we're doing a SEC regulation CF crowdfund to fund this thing. And we're allowing, everyday investors, anybody over the age of 18 to invest in this thing, to be a part of it, to have a participation in the revenue streams and the profits, and really just kind of, be a part of it. Something dope.
I love it. As someone who's new to Dallas, this gets me excited to get out the house, as an entrepreneur, to be able to relax next to the lake and things like that. Yeah. So is there anything else like that in the area of Dallas?
So ironically enough, when I did my market research originally, SEC makes you do market research and all this crazy stuff, there were a handful of similar projects, right? Similar small, kind of tiny cabin, off the grid type of situations. Some lacking, and really the lake concept of having those water features. Some just, in back roads that I've been to, and I'm just like, I'm not really going back. And so really this one is unique in the cabin type, because it's a modern kind of tiny cabin, real intimate. Mm-hmm. A lot of them are, much larger. We're talking about 4 or 5 bedrooms. You invite the whole family, that type of stuff. And then really having this cool lake concept that everybody has access to. Mm-hmm. When you're there, like literally they sit off of the banks of the lake. So it's really unique in that regard.
Pressure right there. Yeah. Why are you the man? Why should people trust you with their $1,000+, which is the minimum needed to invest, which you should invest, which I will be investing?
Right on.
Why should we trust you? I know why, because you're dope as hell. You're honest. You're ethical.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. But you could tell the people.
Yeah. All of that. Plus, I know what the hell I'm doing.
Okay.
That's really Andre gets on me a lot of times about not promoting and telling and showing people what I do on a day-to-day basis. Mm-hmm. Right.
He's a rich, quiet quiet rich person.
Right. It is, it's because I like to get the work done. The impact that I have on people's lives is much greater than, just showing it on social media. Mm-hmm. But I realize that if I'm not telling the story, nobody outside this general vicinity is really knowing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a long time. I've been in real estate since I was 19. I've been executing this thing at a really high level for a really long time. I tell people this all the time. I do two things very well. That's fatherhood and real estate. That's it. That's what I've been doing in my adult life. That's it.
Those are two great things to do well.
Things, right?
Some things well. That's not the bad thing to do.
Right. And so, so over the past 7 years, I've been hyper focused on ground up development and really redeveloping South Dallas, creating opportunities for new families. I've put almost $3 million in equity in families' pockets just by allowing folks to purchase my homes at lower than market value.
Wow.
And I continue to do that. So I've been doing this and executing this type of project and this type of stuff on a really high level for a really long time. And so when you look at projects like this and you look at investment opportunities like this, two things you want to look at. You want to look at the sponsor, the person who's the developer on the project, and you want to look at the numbers. And so if the sponsor knows what they're doing, they're ethical, they have the experience, all that stuff, that's one check. Then the numbers make sense, that's another.
Yeah.
That's really the biggest check, right? That check gets you a bigger check.
Let's talk about the check. So let's say, is there a guarantee on our money?
So we don't call it a guarantee, right? In any investment deal, if there's anybody that says a guarantee anything, they're lying and they're overselling their project, right?
Yes.
So there is a preferred return, right? And so when you have these types of funds, be it a crowd fund, be it a hedge fund, there's always some type of preferred rate, which is called a hurdle rate, right? That's the minimum amount that if nothing else happens in this whole deal, investors will get. That minimum amount that we have plugged into our deal is 8% preferred return.
Okay.
And so that is accrued, if it's not paid out in year one, it's accrued and paid out in year two with the rest of everything else. If it's not paid out in year two, then it's paid out in year three for the first and second year. So it's an accrued situation. Then we have it built in where our investor fund gets 60% of the net cash flows.
Okay.
And so that's pretty dynamic. Yeah. And so that our investors stay in the deal for 5 years, getting 60% of the net cash flows plus their 8% preferred return. At the fifth year, we do a cash out refinance. Our investors give them 60% of the net proceeds, and then our investors are paid back with some type of equity kicker. And then hopefully y'all say, man, damn, that dude know what he's doing. Let's do it again. When's
that
the
boy
next
did
one?
good.
That boy did good.
That boy did good now.
I love it.
So that's, we're raising $1 million on this thing. And it's not really because the deal isn't bankable. I got a term sheet today from a lender and they're ready to close in 3 weeks from now.
Damn, but how much?
For the full amount, right? Because they saw the value, they saw the cash flows, they saw everything. They said, yeah, we'll do this deal all day long. But I wanted to make certain, and I said this year I was going to be very intentional about including my people in these types of deals.
That's noble.
So that's where I'm at with it, right? I want to create wealth for my family, help people create wealth for their family, and we just continue to do this thing on a really high level and execute at a very high level. So our people are used to these types of things.
Yeah.
Right? It's really, for me, this is a way to get people used to passively investing in big deals that get them 2, 3, 4x their money, because it exists out there. I've seen the checks. I've been a part of those deals. Shit, man, it's just we gotta get comfortable doing these things, and we gotta get comfortable trusting these really dope developers that are out there working to create these opportunities for investors. So
I love that. So obviously this is something that you're passionate about and you'll get something out of it, but you're also talking about helping other people build wealth. How much work did it take to actually get to the process to actually raise the money, everything that goes into it? I know you talked a little bit about market research, but what other things that you have to knock off your list before you can actually do something like this?
There's something called a Form C that the SEC requires, and once you put that thing together, it's about 80 pages. And if you go to the website lakenoir.com, you'll see all that. But the Form C is about an 80-page document. It literally spells out every single thing about this project. And then on top of that, we had to do a full audit on the company. On top of that, we had to do a full background on the company and the sponsor, which is me, making certain there's no, fraud, bankruptcy, BS, any of that nonsense that exists out there. So all that is, those are just the, from a regulation standpoint, what you have to do. But in putting together a deal, you just got to know your numbers. You got to make certain that you go out there and find something that makes sense. A lot of times people are getting into real estate and they say, hey, I'm looking for investors. But one, it may not be any room in the deal for investors.
That's deep.
You know, or two, it just doesn't make sense. And so we have to make certain that we decide on if it needs an investor or do you need somebody to come in and act as your lender. So two different types of, you know, two different buckets, right? So as a lender, I come in, I got a guaranteed return because you're going to pay me my mortgage payment every single month or I'm going to foreclose on a property, right? So that's my guarantee. As an investor, you're coming in, you're taking the risk with the sponsor. And so that risk, you know, has to have a corresponding reward that makes sense for that investor.
And you already own the land.
Yeah, I own the land. Honestly, man, I bought this land because I thought I was going to die, man. I thought I was about to die. I had COVID.
How bad did you have it?
I had COVID, man. Bad enough to where, you know, one of the nights I wasn't going to sleep.
Wow.
I felt like I couldn't breathe. It was rough. I went and sat on my patio and was like, yep, not like this.
Are you taking your black seed oil?
I was. It was after the fact.
I know.
You know?
I mean, I ran out of black seed oil and then I got COVID and I was like, let me order some more black seed oil because this is terrible. I feel terrible.
Yeah, no, I bought a lot of real estate during that time. Signed a lot of stuff. I'm like, yo, if I'm going to go, these kids about to have some stuff going. They about to have some assets. They about to.
Well, I'm glad you're still with us.
We're glad you're here. You decided to do something with it.
Yeah,
that's
for
amazing.
real.
And everyone, make sure this is not medical advice, but it kind of is a little bit. Black seed oil, immunity booster, ginger, vitamin D, vitamin C powder, elderberry. Here's the key, right? So I think everyone's going to get it and you can't avoid getting it.
Yeah.
Build up your immune system
so you can fight it.
So you can fight it better. And when it hits you, it doesn't stay as long.
Yeah.
I feel very strongly that I had some family members, you know this, who got it all like back to back to back. If I wasn't proactive in ordering the materials for them, I don't know if they all would have made it. So I take it very seriously. Order this stuff and get it on deck every day. Maybe not every day, but every third day. Take it before you need it. Just because your aunt got over it quickly doesn't mean that you will. So build up your immune system.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I got.
Health as well.
No, that's true. So
you gotta take care of your body and take care of your money.
Facts.
Okay.
Big facts. Yeah. What's one of them little things? Press one of them buttons for that. Yeah.
Health is wealth. Okay. I love it. So a little bit more about the project. So I'm very confident that you're gonna definitely reach your goal. I seen it down my timeline. I think Andre shared it and I was like, it's very glam.
Yeah.
But are you still doing tours? Because I know you had a couple of tours coming up. Talk a little bit about what that schedule looks like.
Yeah, so the tours are cool. We had the first one last week. And so with a project like this that's outside the city that it's really in a rural, location. I wanted to give potential investors and investors an opportunity to see the project before it actually came out of the dirt.
That's really cool.
It really is really a cool little situation. And so you can see the excitement. Last week we had 12 people come on the tour. This week we got 20. The bus is real small. It's only 25 people, but
You going tomorrow?
we're going tomorrow.
Okay.
But we're letting people come out there. You gotta put your boots on. Make certain. And it's a rural destination. We do have wildlife on the property. We got deer and boar, and so
What's a boar?
I wanted to know the same thing.
What's a
Can
boar?
we insert a boar picture here somewhere?
Boar
For the people that want to know.
It's a wild pig.
Okay.
Puma. Yeah.
From
Puma is a boar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like my sneakers?
Right.
Is it fast?
Oh, it's very fast.
You see it. Okay.
Right. It's
we
very
can
fast.
edit that out the clip.
Right. Yeah. It is. They're massive pigs, but we're clearing them out. We got folks out there catching them. When we're out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people eat them.
Okay.
You know what?
I don't think we will, but okay.
Stick to the black seed oil.
Stick to the black seed oil. But yeah, so we're letting investors come out and we're just kind of walking the land, showing people where the lake's going to be, showing them where the cabin's going to be, just exposing
Very
them
noble.
Yes.
Very noble.
And at the point where we have 10 of the cabins, 10 or so up, we're going to tell investors come on back out so they can see, the progress. So it's really dope. The next one is, February 26th. Then we have 2 in March and then 3 in April. With the last one being on the close date of the fund.
God, this is a big deal. What's the website?
So you can go to lakenoir.com and click the little section that says start the investment process. It'll take you to smallchange.co, and that's where it'll show you everything about this project.
This is fun.
Some cool videos, some cool marketing. Y'all look at that stuff. I put a little bit of time into that.
I love it.
I was back there trying to put piecemeal stuff together. together. But it was very rewarding getting that approval from the SEC. And so
that's tough to get.
Yeah, it really is.
And
it
expensive.
Really is. Yeah, it's that part. That part. It is very expensive, but I think it'll be worth it in the end.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
It'll be worth it.
I'm excited to be part of this. Let's pay the bills, Annalisa.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna share it on my story. And
Hype
everything.
it up for me, baby.
Definitely. I'm definitely gonna have to come on one of those tours too.
Come on.
When I have a availability, since I'm down in Dallas. So yeah, I'm super excited for it. So give them the website one more time.
So LakeNoire.com. That's LakeNoire.com.
So it's good for your families. You want to take your boo there. They'll have everything you need. We have the grocery store. But it's also an opportunity for people to invest, right? What's in the lowest amount for them to invest?
$1,000.
No brainer.
Yeah.
It's a no brainer.
I'll say it, not me.
But we definitely appreciate you joining us.
Thank
on
you for
another
having me.
episode
Absolutely.
of Revenue and Relationships.
Tell the people why they should enroll in your virtual assistant program.
For sure. So I'm Annalisa. I'm a virtual assistant coach. I teach people how to make 4 to 5 figures a month. As a virtual assistant, I've taught thousands of people at this point how to start their own virtual assistant business. You can follow me at Just Annalisa on Instagram and Twitter. You can also take a look at my website at www.justannalisa.com to just learn more about me and everything I have. And definitely enroll in the program because my students keep telling me to increase the price. So
on one of her courses, she has 106 out of 165 reviews or so. She has like 163 5-star reviews, something close to that.
It works.
That's pressure.
Like when people say they don't have a client, it's
pressure.
not me.
No.
Never.
It's not
Never.
me.
And she helps people get clients.
That's dope.
So yeah. If you're looking to make some money, you work from home, holla at her program. And also check out my mobile notary school if you need to make. So here goes my thing, right, guys?
Okay.
If you need to make more money, get into a needed business. If you need to make more money, get into a need-based business. We've taught over 20,000 people how to do so. We have a 4-day boot camp. Go to mobilenotaryschool.com. Mobilenotaryschool.com. That's our introduction course. We'll get you started. If you want to go all in, join the 2 through 12K Club.com. 2 through 12K Club. That gets you bi-weekly coaching, access to all our live online classes, tons more, fingerprinting apostille, learn how to be the middleman, be self-employed. You cannot go wrong with this business. You do the work, you get paid. We are out. This podcast is going to be heat. See you guys soon. Peace.
Bye.
Listen, the money down and the coke is up. I told my plug I'm this close to bust. He say you smoking dust. When niggas fire, you supposed to clutch. His mouth wide, he got opened up. That shit was gross as fuck. I took a look and seen the flesh in his brain. It's a long cold road that done led to this pain. I done trekked in the snow. I done slept in the rain. Every time I buy a chain, I see glimpses of a slave.